15 months ago, Jules was an estate agent with little to no strategy to acquire new clients, and she was not on track to hit her next quarterly goal either. But just 11 weeks after she started her video ads, she'd already booked 20 appointments and signed on 12 new clients, none of whom she'd actually had to chase. They already knew who she was. Now, in this video today, I'm going to show you the exact ad strategy that we used to take Jules from invisible to in demand in her area using just 3 simple videos, not a sales funnel to rebuild. Okay. Now, my name's Tina at Tina Sanford Video Ads. My son and I actually build ad campaigns for business owners that can warm up their audience before they've ever had a sales conversation or call. Okay. Now, for years, I've been actually creating systems that turn long buying cycles into predictable new clients using video ads. And in each of our videos right now, I'm going to share with you one practical strategy that you can use right now. No fluff, no overwhelm, just what works. Now, when Jules came to me, she actually needed an ad strategy for the sales side of the business. Yeah. Of course, there were other strategies that they had used before to actually acquire new clients, but they involved hours of knocking on doors for very little relative return. You know how that works, don't you? So what she did was she planned to use social media to advertise. Okay. And she'd seen it happen before in the corporate industry. And what most people do with their advertising these days is actually they launch their ads and then they watch it underperform, which is normal. Okay. And then they assume that something's broken either with the advertising or the funnel or the ads. Okay. They tweak the design, they hire a new copywriter, they maybe test 5 new hooks. It's the same cycle. Chase, fix, test, repeat. You know, keeps going over and over. But when Jules actually started her ads with us, she didn't have a funnel problem. She actually had a buyer's timeline problem because she was an estate agent. And she'd be trying to sell early to buyers who weren't actually ready right now. That's normal with estate agency, the same way so many other businesses do too. And that's not just a theory. There's actual data that shows this is the case right now. Now, Google's research actually shows us that right now, the modern buyer needs to see 7 hours of your content to see you across 11 touch points and across 4 different platforms. And we've just found out also that they're going to take over 62 to 67 days before they're even ready to make a decision. Okay. Now, Jules' estate agency was planning to wait 14 days before making a decision whether advertising worked or not. That's a mismatch. And that is probably why they weren't able to actually consistently run ads to be profitable. So here's what we did instead. Step 1 was to film 3 to 5 minute goodwill videos. They weren't salesy, okay? They were actually educational videos. And she built around the questions her audience always had, yeah? Now, we ran them as Facebook ads to cold traffic in her area. And anybody who had actually watched at least 25% of one video, well, they're added to what we call the conveyor belt, okay? For step 2, we used additional content like videos and posts to build out this conveyor belt with retargeting ads. Think of it like a bridge from taking from not ready to ready to talk. Let's talk now. And every few days, her audience saw another piece of content from her. It could be a short tip that helped them. It could be a story of somebody selling their property successfully. It could be a walkthrough or a behind the scenes at the agency video, okay? But each and every one of these answered a question or removed a doubt in that seller's mind, yeah? And for step 3, we set the entire campaign to run continuously alongside her lead gen ads. So while new leads were coming in, the old ones were warming up in the background, okay? So it's like a cycle. And when they reached the end of their buying cycle in 62 days, well, they were already fans. They were already excited to actually meet Jules for the first time in person. They felt like they knew her. Jules didn't actually have to convince anyone by this time. She just had to show up and then be of assistance. Now, this works because it shifts the focus from that setting fast to build trust consistently, okay? And we didn't try to force any decisions for people. We simply had her show up with her ads until her audience was ready to sell, and when they were, she was just the obvious choice. Now, the question is, do you want to build your own conveyor belt system? Dan actually created a free ChatGPT tool the other day that actually helps you to map out your content journey in just 20 minutes. And all you have to do is answer a few prompts, and it gives you a clear, personalized video roadmap designed to match how your buyers will actually buy right now. Now, if you want this, just leave a comment below and I'll send it to you. So the question is, if you're tired of pushing cold leads into fast funnels and getting silence back, why don't you just build the conveyor belt? And then all you need to do is show up with value. And then you can let your audience come to you with the clarity, certainty, or trust that they need before they can buy. So if you want this, write a comment below. I'll send you the tool.